as well as other interesting human angle stories. And not forgetting our weekly regulars, entertainment news, weekly news wrap, and sports. I am Ifoma Ojinta. Welcome to Sunday Magazine. We shall be right back. Thanks for staying tuned. President Tinubu has welcomed the news of the release of the Kuriga children in Kaduna State and emphasizes the importance of collaboration between the federal government and states for expected outcomes, especially on matters of security. The president commended the National Security Advisor, the security agencies, and the Kaduna State government for the dispatch and diligence with which they handled the situation, noting that urgency, meticulous attention, and tireless dedication are critical to optimal outcomes in cases of mass abductions. President Tinubu also welcomes the release of pupils of a school in Sokoto State, commending all parties to the feat for their valiant efforts. The president assures Nigerians that his administration is deploying detailed strategies to ensure that our schools remain safe sanctuaries of learning and not for wanton abductions. Now, Christians the world over today observed the Palm Sunday, signifying the triumphant entry of Jesus Christ into Jerusalem. Palm Sunday also marks the beginning of the Holy Week, culminating into Easter Sunday. Charity Zaka brings us sights and sounds of Palm Sunday celebrations at some churches visited.
Holding palm fronds and chanting Hosanna, Hosanna in the highest in procession, parishioners of Our Lady Queen of Nigeria Catholic Cathedral marked this year's Palm Sunday. Catholic Archbishop of Abuja, His Grace Ignatius Ayu Kagama, charged Christians to replicate the exemplary life of Christ while he was on earth.
So we pray that as the death of Jesus bore fruits for the world, our sufferings will also bear fruit for our society. Amen. We also pray for our leaders in a special way, because Jesus is the leader per excellence. The spirit of Jesus is the spirit that our leaders in Nigeria should have.
And from the Diocese of Abuja Anglican Communion, All Saints Church will say the sermon on Palm Sunday, led by Vicar Amos Chikjoke, was the message that Christ died a purposeful death for mankind.
He could have ridden on a chariot. He could have ridden on a horse. And that was the picture the Jews had for the Messiah. The Messiah they were expecting was someone who was coming to conquer. But here is that Messiah coming in humility, riding not on a horse, but on a donkey. So it is revealing humility to the cross.
With the commencement of the Holy Week leading to the end of Lent, Christians are enjoined to intensify prayers, fast, and give more alms, especially to the needy.
And similarly, Catholic faithful in Kefi have joined other Christians in other parts of the world to commemorate the Palm Sunday with a call on them to exemplify the values of sacrifice, love, and honesty which Jesus Christ truly represents. Christy Ayagwa reports.
Palm Sunday is a feast which commemorates Jesus' triumphant entry into Jerusalem over 2,000 years ago, preparatory to his crucifixion and subsequent resurrection. Reverend Father Okla Emmanuel charged faithful that the celebration should be based purely on having hope in the power of resurrection, which is capable to heal the land.
We remind ourselves specifically of this time, of all the goods that Christ did for us while on earth, and that is the most important reason why we celebrate him in this very, very magnificent way.
Some worshippers commented on the service.
Like this, we emulate Christ by living a life that Christ taught us and, throughout his message.
Significant is about Christ's humility, his kingship, and then finally what is to encounter in Jerusalem, which is his death, crucifixion, death, and resurrection.
It's a special day for Christians in as well as they are to do the teachings, they practice the teachings they'll be receiving from the Lenten period.
And to other news now, residents of the Federal Capital Territory have been assured of steady supply of potable water. Acting General Manager, FCT Water Board, Daniel Saka Audu, gave the assurance during the celebration of this year's World Water Day in Abuja. Onoze Yakubu brings us details.
In what FCT Water Board termed Operation Check the Valves, the area managers are mandated to ensure that all the valves in their area offices are functional to allow free flow of water to the residents. This form part of activities to commemorate this year's World Water Day.
As custodians of water resources in the Federal Capital Territory, the board wishes to reaffirm its commitment to equitable access to water by ensuring that water gets to wherever it is designed to get to within the regulated areas of the FCT. Therefore, as we celebrate the World Water Day, let us renew our commitment to sustainable water management. Water is life, as we are all aware, and its responsible use is crucial for a sustainable future.
At the event, the acting GM of the FCT Water Board appreciate all partners, soliciting support from existing and new partners to continue to serve the teeming residents of the FCT populace.
The Honorable Minister of the FCT and the Honorable Minister of State are committed to ensuring that more residents of the FCT have access to clean water. In line with this, the FCT Water Board recently engaged in what we tag Operation Check the Valves.
The World Water Day is observed by the United Nations to celebrate the essential resource and draw attention to the importance of fresh water, as well as advocate sustainable management of this natural resource.
Given that happiness is believed to be a fundamental human right and promoting its well-being can lead to a more peaceful, equitable, and sustainable world, that is why the International Happiness Day was introduced. The day aims at celebrating the power of happiness to transform lives and make the world a better place for all. Mariam George reports.
The experience of joy, contentment, or well-being, combined with the consciousness that life is good, meaningful, and worthwhile, is described as happiness. But what does happiness mean to you as an individual? A woman named Happiness and some FCT residents bear their minds on this soul-searching question.
I mean, my name is even Happiness, for real. Yeah, my English name is Happiness, and I believe it's a big therapy. I mean, when you have a birthday and if you remember something nice, I mean, it touches your heart and makes you smile over good memories and, I mean, be at peace with yourself.
If you're not strong, you can break down. So you need to try to find something that will always make you to be happy. At least when you're happy, it saves a lot of stress. It makes you to forget so many things.
Nigerians are happy people. We love to be happy despite all that is going on. And we need to always trust God, stay joyful, think of something to be happy about. We're alive. That's a great thing to be happy about.
International Day of Happiness recognizes the need for a more inclusive, equitable, and balanced approach to economic growth that promotes sustainable development, poverty eradication, happiness, and the well-being of all people.
Happiness really is a therapy because when you're happy or when you make others happy, happiness comes back to you, you know, in a different fold.
You can actually tune your mind to celebrate and be happy in the midst of everything around. It's a great therapy. If not, depression will take place.
It could surprise you to know that The Global Mind Project's 4th annual Mental State of the World latest report ranked Nigeria 6th among the 10 happiest countries in the world survey. Before I go, I leave you with this quote by an American motivational speaker and writer, Dennis Waitley, which says, "Happiness cannot be traveled to, owned, earned, won, or consumed. Happiness is the spiritual experience of living every minute with love, grace, and gratitude."
When you are in Abuja, Nigeria's capital city, looking for the best place for relaxation, accommodation and event spaces, then think Bolingo Experia. Bolingo Experia provides the best hospitality for all class of guests and visitors with affordable rate for our different rooms. Our presidential suite gives you a top-notch treat. Check out our executive suite, superior suite, restaurants and catering services, coffee bar, lounge, ambassador bar and a whole lot more, designed for your comfort anytime. Bolingo Experia reception from trained professionals make your stay comfortable and homely with an everlasting impression. At Bolingo Experia, we create a delightful ambience and atmosphere of joy for all. Visit us today at Bolingo Experia, 777 Independence Avenue, Central Area, Abuja. Bolingo Experia, hospitality at its best.
Many thanks for staying with us. Now, marriage is built on love, patience, forgiveness, and meekness. Thus, make this your watchword. Those were the piece of advice given to Pastors Chiamaka and Kingsley Ugo as they begin their journey of forever as man and wife. Serafina Okonu is keeping with the sights and sounds of the traditional marriage turned carnival and attracted dignitaries from far and near.
The love journey, which started years ago, has indeed come to a glorious destination as families of Pastor Francis and Evangelist Francisca Unwoha gave out their daughter Princess Chiamaka's hand in marriage to the families of Michael Ugo in a grand style. The symbolic acceptance entrance of the groom to the presentation of wine by the bride's father. The big moments came as the father hands over his dear baby girl to the new family she has chosen to spend the rest of her life with. Families and friends who came to celebrate with the couple shared some recipes of a lasting blessed marriage.
So I pray for her that she'll have a better marriage than her parents did.
About understanding and studying each other.
God's blessing should be with them, uplift them.
Oh, that this marriage is forever, with plenty children, twins.
For Kingsley Ogadima Ugo, he is blessed to have found his true missing ribs, who is the true definition of a virtuous woman, while Princess Chiamaka says she is indeed blessed to have such an amazing husband.
Marrying the man of my dreams and in my dreams, and of course I will choose him 1,000,000 times over. He's kind, he's caring, he's Igbo, he's a man of God. He loves the Lord. That is the most important thing for me.
She's very industrious and intelligent. So basically, the litany is long, the list is long. It's a deeply spiritual person. I'm going to trust the Holy Ghost. And then do a lot of tolerance, understanding, and then wear forgiveness as a badge.
For both families, the advice to their son and daughter is simple. Treat each other with love, respect, and make their marriage a leading example to others.
Agree to live together. I pray that she will prosper. I pray that marriage will favor her.
I am praying that the Lord, who saw me through and who is still with me, seeing me through marriage, will be with her, see her through, give her children.
There is no perfect man, so he has to overlook certain things.
Congratulations to the newlyweds, as they say it is to love and cherish each other forever.
Beautiful ceremony there, and congratulations to the couple. Now, a good number of people have the notion that men do not cry, thus not regarded as a weak gender. But how do we juxtapose this belief with emotional stress resulting from sexual abuse? Looking at the consequences of the inability to express one's emotion when abused, Tessie Mary takes us into the world of a boy child.
The boy child is often referred to as the strong gender, though human and so also culpable to emotional stress. But the age-long belief that men do not cry has over the years affected free expression of such emotions by the male gender. No wonder the campaign against gender-based violence and sexual abuse, observers say, tilted to favor more of the girl child. Now, have you ever imagined that the boy child can grow with the trauma of once being molested? How much attention does the society give to the upbringing of the boy child? Peace Olawale is a clinical psychologist. She emphasizes that all genders are vulnerable to emotional stress and not expressing it could affect one's development.
So when you're talking about raising boys in this generation, right, for those of us who are parents, I think one of the things that's really important is for you to help your child, help your son to be able to express himself emotionally. As you're raising your son, don't just raise them to be providers or to be masculine, but ensure that they're able to communicate how they're feeling to you, first of all, and then that would now translate into their interactions with other people.
Findings show that societal, cultural, and biological factors could be responsible that the male gender be trained the hard way and should not be prey to emotional stress.
Because of the societal demand on the man, on the male child, the emotional component of him is like kept aside. It's not nurtured. As a growing up child, nobody asks him, are you okay? Are you fine? It's always the girl child, how are you doing?
Male child should know that it's masculine. He has a responsibility. He has to be strong.
It's not mostly to be trained on a hard way before we will know that he's a man. And we should be given the opportunity to express his or his feelings.
The girl child, they are giving them good education system, giving them good background, preparing them to be a future leader. Are they going to marry an illiterate? So the same treatment you are giving to girl child should also be applicable to boy child, because both of them will coexist in the nearest future.
But there are consequences which include unequal love for both parents by the boy child who is abused.
They can't beat what I chop for my father himself. So saying everything my sister they chop for no pay me. Now only my mother want no child. Man. Normally for school, he try. But concerning care, maybe say I will say, oh, they are my picking name, I do them well. Now they get girl, all that one, they get time.
I like the both, like I said, but my mom first. Because she has done tremendously okay for me.
So my girls, they prefer their father, the boy prefer me. So I don't know, they say since the year 2000, waiting the millennium children, so I don't know.
While the conversation on how to deal with the monster of child abuse, emotional expression continues, equal justice for all victims, irrespective of gender, is key.
Very well said there, Tessie. Thank you so very much for that report. Let's now bring you weekly news wrap with Charity Zaka.
Good to have you join us on Weekly News Wrap. I am Charity Zaka. To begin, the age-long agitation of the FCT workforce has come to reality with the inauguration of the FCT Civil Service Commission. On Monday, the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, opened a new chapter for the administration with the inauguration of the FCT Civil Service Commission. And the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, flagged off the rehabilitation and construction of schools in Gwagwalada as 19 FCT schools are set to wear a new look.
And I want to assure you that all the expectations will be met.
In the week under review, the Federal Capital Development Authority rolled out the drums to celebrate three retired directors who have contributed to the FCT administration and Nigeria.
We are reaffirming our commitment to ensuring that every child in the FCT has access to quality education.
On health matters, stakeholders in the sector have expressed dissatisfaction with the security situation in the country. This is in reaction to the kidnap of a dental surgeon, Dr. McSamson Chama, while on his way from work. They jointly expressed dissatisfaction with the security situation in the country. Business activities has returned at Wuse Market, Abuja, after normalcy was restored following the killing of a 27-year-old hawker, leading to a riot with shops and several cars burned. The market regained its usual busy outlook with the return of traders and the large crowds of customers who daily thronged the various shops in search of consumables and services. And last but not the least, at the 2024 Tiny Home Seminar with the theme addressing the housing crisis for the Nigerian youth, young adults were encouraged to rewrite the narrative of housing crisis by embracing the concept of tiny homes.
We are working hand in hand with the UN Sustainable Development Goal 2030 to try and promote the 11th goal.
And this is the much we can bring to you on Weekly News Wrap. Sunday Magazine continues.
And let's talk sports now. Yellow House, also known as Topper's House, has emerged overall winners of the Zoe Kids Montessori School Inter-House Sports Competition in Abuja. Odidio Boraroche reports that pupils and parents were full of excitement at the event, which was an avenue to groom talent in sports for the future.
As part of activities to develop young talents and improve on their physical well-being, Zoe Kids Montessori Schools has organized different sporting activities such as march pass, taekwondo, among other competitive games for students of nursery, primary and secondary school.
We appreciate them.
During the maiden edition of the sports competition, Topper's House, also known as Yellow House, gave good account of themselves as they emerged champions in match pass and other track and field events.
Though we didn't come first, at least we came second.
I feel like we could have done better. I am happy that Topaz won. Yay!
Proprietress Zoe Kids Montessori School Abuja, Herenta Ngumezi, said she has decided to birth this inter-house sports competition for the students to help improve their well-being and unify the kids through sports.
We've always played, but we've played in a tight space. But getting this space has made us go all out.
Our sports event, though it was not what we expected, but the outcome was awesome.
During the award presentation, Yellow House clinched the trophy, while Sapphire, also known as Blue House, emerged the second runners-up. Meanwhile, Diamond House, also known as White House, came third.
Let's now bring you Sports Brief.
Team Nigeria showcased exceptional talent and determination at the recently concluded All-African Games, clinching an impressive total of 121 medals. Their remarkable performance secured them a well-deserved second place on the overall medal table. Meanwhile, the African Games Accra 2023 in Ghana ended on Saturday with a successful closing ceremony. Egypt emerged as the biggest winner with 191 medals, bringing the 13th African Games in the land of Ghana to a close with a resounding victory for Egypt, who won medals twice as many as their nearest rivals, Nigeria, who came second place with 121 medals and 47 gold medals. and South Africa secured third place with 106 medals, 32 of which were gold. Now to football, Nigeria Super Eagles are set to lock horns with the Eagles of Mali in an international friendly on Tuesday, March 26, 2024. The clash in Marrakesh, Morocco marks the second and final friendly for Nigeria during this international break. With Sports Brief, Hakimat Aliu, NTA News.
And that concludes the magazine show this Sunday. We thank you for watching. See you next week, God's willing. Do have a fruitful week ahead.